It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game.
This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, here's Mixon, able to push his way through, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. Open to Dennis Ross, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
52's the mic right here.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, it's Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force another field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
for Nick Chubb. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This time, Burrow will look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Out of the shotgun, they roll with Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Complete to tight end Kelsey. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Let's set a time.
Now it's Burrow. Rolling to his right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Got it. Ready? Mike 52. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
It's Mixon on the counter. Not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Let's get off the field.
On second down, here's Burrow. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll give it to Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Another try for Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He'll buy some time right. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross with his second touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Let's go, play football. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
On 3rd down, Samuel. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. 52, 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I got you, pump.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Here's Burrow. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, Burrow under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts that. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 38. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, they'll run with Chubb, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. He gives it up. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Need some therapy after this. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
On the run, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
That's it, baby.
A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll run with Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns get a score closer.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Keep playing hard.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to dash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, ready? 79 Broncos.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
51 Mike. Mike 51.
Strip the ball.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Operating from the gun, Samuel. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 56 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get a security deposit back.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, Samuel. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here, baby. Your trip is here.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Room here to run. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
And they take a knee.
Okay, break.
52's the mic.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. New mic 52, mic 52.
Let's go, let's go.
Check off.
And they will take a knee here. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card.